Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim and today I'm going to be chatting about my April TBR. This year I'm going to be joining in with the O.W.Ls Magical Readathon, which is run by G at Book Roast, who I will link down below. Basically this entails taking your O.W.Ls in order to gain the qualifications you need to be able to do a certain career in the wizarding world. So in the link below I'll link the kind of announcement video, and G there explains everything to do with like all the different careers that you can kind of go for. The other readathon that I'm kind of intertwining with this one is the TBRClearOut readathon, which is run by Katie at Books and Things, which basically kind of has you going back, looking at your TBR and being like, what's been here the longest? Am I not very excited to get to this book? And kind of just prioritising the ones that are being left behind. I wanted to kind of mingle the two together and try and pick books for the O.W.Ls readathon that have also been on my TBR for a really long time. So anyway, I decided to be an astronomer, which is true to life because I do want to be an astronomer. I already ran a try a chapter video in which I tried some non-fiction books to do with space and astrophysics and aliens, and I picked one that I wanted to read that didn't actually fit in any of the prompts for the O.W.Ls Magical Readathon, but just that was linked to the career that I have chosen. So I thought that would be a nice thing to do. So anyway, spoiler alert, I picked Aliens. So I will be reading Aliens in the month of April. I chat more about it in my try chapter video, so I will link that video down below if you want to check that out. 3 hours that I have to take are arithmancy, astronomy and history of magic. So the first prompt for arithmancy is to read a book that's out of your favourite genre. And a book that I've had on my shelves for a while is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. This is outside of my favourite genre because it seems like a creepy book, and I do not like creepy books. I was wondering what my favourite genre would be, and I think it's kind of just non-fiction science books, which sounds really boring, but that's what I like to read. Like, that's what gets me properly excited, is when I'm reading like a good book about something really cool in science. I guess that's my favourite genre. I don't think I'm going to be very useful in telling everyone what this is about because I don't like to know what my fiction books are about before I get into them. But there's like a creepy little woman there, and you know, this has been so popular over the years. It's just I've kind of got it because it was popular over the years and not because I really wanted to read it. Actually, I think I got it because I was in the Works, which is a really cheap bookshop in the UK, and I bought the first and the second in a series of The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, and they didn't have the third one. So it was like 3 for 2 or something, like, or a deal for 3. So I got this book instead because I'd heard of it and I knew that people liked it. That was a few years ago now, so that's why I'm going to pick this up. Then for astronomy, you have to read a book when it's dark. So this is going to be tricky because it's getting darker later in the evenings. And in the evenings is when I spend time with my partner, so he is not happy about this challenge at all. So I picked a really small one. I picked Einstein's Dreams by Alan Lightman. This is a really short book. I don't know how many pages it's got. 140 pages, so really short. And this is a book, I believe, it like imagines, so when Einstein was coming up with his theories of general relativity, this book imagines his thought processes about time and space before he got to the theory that he got to. And I think this is like classed as a classic. I can't remember why I have this book now, or like if someone bought it for me or if I bought it for myself, or I think the cover's absolutely gorgeous. Let's just like have a look at that bird quickly. It's really nice, and I like all the little like kind of instruments that are dotted, oh, those are people, but you know what I mean, dotted around. And I think this book kind of tries to link science with art and make it a bit more magical. The reason I haven't picked it up so far is because I really don't know what I'm going to think of it, because I feel like it's going to go either two ways. I'm either going to read it and I'm going to love it and think it's genius, or I'm going to be really frustrated and think, what, like, why would you even just decide you're going to put that in Einstein's mind? Like, why do you think you have the authority to kind of go in and say this is what he was thinking about? And which is ridiculous, but I guess I like things to be factual. Anyway, so we'll see how this goes, but that's why I put it on, because I didn't really massively want to read it. It's been on my TBR for a long, long time, and it's really short, so hopefully I can read it when it's dark over the month pretty easily. The third prompt is for Taking the Owl History of Magic, and that is to read a book featuring witches and wizards. And for that I've picked The Colour of Magic by Terry Pratchett. I've had this book for ages. In fact, I had like 2 copies of it, but I recently gave one away to charity. But I did start reading this and I loved it. And I think I stopped because I wanted to read it with my boyfriend, because we do sometimes read books together. But we've got so much that we want to read that actually I'm going to read this on my own and then hand it to him, because I think he would really enjoy it because he loves comedy. And this cracked me up when I first started reading it. But like I say, I only got halfway through. This is the first of Terry Pratchett's Discworld novels. And I think you follow Rincewood from what I remember. I feel like I remember something about a town on fire and escaping, and this chest is there with all the feet. And I remember something about a tree and people living in a tree. And that's all I remember. So I'm looking forward to rereading this, the beginning bit, and reading the rest of it. To catch up. So those are all the owls that I'm taking. I only have to take 3 for astronomy, which is a blessing in disguise. I did decide not to kind of assign books to my usual prompts that I want to do, like my today's issues and Cuba book, and a book that I want to read, the 20 books I want to read in 2020, because I think I have to accept that I'm a slow reader. So in order to participate in the owls, I have to off-balance that by not choosing the books that I wanted to read every month. But I think that's okay, because I will pick that back up in May. I'll probably do the Newts if I successfully do the Owls in August, and then just try and pick and choose my readathon so I can actually fit them in. I probably could have fitted books I wanted to read in to the Owls from my own prompts as well, but because I wanted to do the TBR Clear Out readathon, I've sacked it off, basically. I've sacked it off, I'm not doing it. But there's 2 more books that I'm hoping to get to in kind of April as well. And that's Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. And I don't know how far I'm going to get with this, because I'm hoping to buddy read it with my mum, because she's trying to get back into reading. So I thought we could like have it a go and space it out and have a chat about it, because I've heard it's really good. So hopefully that would be good to like kind of check in. Seeing as though we're stuck at home and working from home and stuff, hopefully she'll find the time to do it now that she's not going out all over the place. So yeah, really excited about that. And the last thing that I'm going to try and get to, which is actually spans across April and May, is the next book in the Elderling Along, which is Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. I will link the Elderling Along down below as well, so you can check that out. But it's basically a read-along that's reading all of the Robin Hobb books in the Farseer trilogy, and there's another trilogy towards the end of the year that we're going to be reading together as well. And there's a Discord for it and stuff. It's like super fun, although I'm still not brave enough to chat in that Discord very much yet. So that's basically everything that I want to read in April. Hopefully my plans are a bit more realistic than they were last month. I think though, with like the craziness of March and everything closing down in the whole entire world, it was kind of difficult to stay focused. These are the books that I am hoping to get to in the month of April. And they all seem pretty chill and like taking me out of this world, which I think is a necessary thing to happen this month for my mental health. Too much going on in the actual news to kind of delve too deep into other issues going on. So let me know if you're joining in with the owls as well. And do look at the link to G's video if you want to join, because it seems like a really super fun thing, and you get to take the Newts in August. I think that ups the ante with the amount of books that you have to read in the month of August. And hopefully we'll all be a little bit less stressed in August and things will have leveled itself out. I really hope that that is the case. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching guys. Take care and I will see you next time.